Welcome back, everybody, to another season of Detected Outdoors. The snow is all gone, the ground is starting to dry up, and today I have joined up with Joe. We are right back to ground zero where I found my most significant relic of all time, the George Washington inauguration button. And actually, right there is where the magic happened 2 years ago. We've actually came back to this spot. We have access to it again. It's been a couple of years, and as you guys can tell, we're not really far from a main trail. A lot of the spring runoff is coming off the hill. A couple places down the way. We're at least a few miles up in the woods here, and who knows what else is lurking. So I'm gonna put this away. Let's get the season started, and let's see what kind of history today turns up. Stay tuned. Well, like I said, I have Joe with me. He's actually, I don't know if you guys can see him. He's wearing a green hoodie right now, but he's on the other side of that stone wall. It does flatten out. There's a lot of land up here that back when Kendall and I were here, we didn't even have a chance to go through all the land that's actually here. But anyway, to keep with tradition of all my videos, I want to show you guys the first target. And what we have here, just an old can. It's definitely a spot that needs to be investigated more, and that's what we're gonna do. So just like all the trash, I'm gonna put it in the pouch, and let's see what the next target holds. So right here I have a target that's it's bouncing around the VDI scale like crazy, but it's repeating, which is a good thing. So let me set the camera up and let's go in together. Let's find it again. It's probably junk, but because of the area that we're in, I am digging everything that repeats. So that's just how it's gonna go today. Well, it is nothing fancy, but like I said, to keep these videos authentic and let you guys know what we actually dig from time to time up here, actually more than time to time, we pretty much dig it all the time. Trash. That's just the lid to an old bottle of sorts, or maybe an old tin, maybe some talcum powder or something back in the day, but that's what was bouncing. Gotta dig it all. If it's repeating, dig it, because I don't care what metal detector you're using out there. A lot of them can be tricked by certain targets, and there's a lot of stuff that's left in the ground. So if you come across a target that's repeating as you're going over it, if you have the time and you're out digging anyway, dig it up. If it's trash, you're getting it out of the ground. If it's not, you're going to be surprised, and it could end up turning out to be something great. In this case, it was just a bottle cap, so put it in the pouch with the rest of the trash, and we'll keep on moving. What's up, Joseph? What are you digging, buddy?
Digging a pot under this rock. It's an old some type of old dish.
Anything else in there?
Yeah, another target.
Dish full of coins.
That'd be nice.
Imagine that, dumping something like that out and a bunch of silver coins fall out. Give up and quit and go home, that's it. You never find anything better.
Yeah. There's something else right here.
Was it a better tone than the dish?
I didn't check the tone of my detector. My pinpointer picked it up, so I'm just digging it. Oh, there it is. It's another.
Just another piece. It's a square nail?
Yep.
What the heck? There's leather on that, bud.
Yeah, I saw that. 2 nails in that. dish and this cool rock I had to dig to get to it.
Giant arrowhead.
Yeah.
They hunted dinosaurs with that.
This rock, I was actually picking it up with my pinpointer.
Yeah, that is a good point to make, is when you see rocks or discolored, I mean, especially in the stone walls up here in New England, sometimes there'll just be a quartz rock just sticking there.
Yep. Always
Investigate it, because it could be a marker of something.
For sure.
So I'm going to leave Joe over there to continue to do his thing. And what I wanted to show you guys, because I'm not sure I showed it in the last video we were out here. I got too excited with everything I was finding. But right here, you see these stones? They go this way. They stop right there. There's a big cornerstone, and then it goes this way. It stops right there, and then it continues on this way. Now, clearly, there's not a hole here. There's not an indent or an impression or anything. So I'm wondering at one point if this was a starter home, a cabin. They just built a quick little base, you know, put their beams up, nice quick little floor, and then the structure with a roof over their head. And it would make sense, especially where we're at. We're on top of a mountain right now, quite a ways up. There is a water supply down below. And then you have these stone walls that probably came in later on that are wrapped around all of this stuff. So as they started to farm and clear the land, clearly they would, you know, move the rocks, and they'd make their boundaries and walls and whatnot, and bring in livestock and end up having, you know, their own little homestead where they could survive. Right over where the truck is, that's where the actual cellar hole itself is. We haven't seen a barn site. This is definitely too small of a site to be a barn. But what I'm thinking is across the way, which we never made it over that way, there's a lot of land that way, a lot of acreage. Before the end of the day, we'll probably end up making our way over that way, and hopefully there's some more hidden treasures to be found. We're making our way back towards this cellar hole here, and as you guys can clearly see, we're not really finding a whole lot. The ground just doesn't want to give up its relics, other than its trashy relics. We're digging a lot of this stuff, just a lot of pieces of iron, nails, bottle caps, you name it. And that's really what we're finding here today. It was very slow the last time we were here. As you guys, if you go back and watch that video, you'll see it was really slow. Few targets here and there, but they were great targets nonetheless. But today, the ground just does not want to give it up. So I think Joe has actually made his way across the way. Again, we're just in like the side yards of the house, and I think there was a starter home down there at one point, but there is a lot of land across the trail there, and it's all divided up by stone walls, so clearly they worked that land, and hopefully they lost a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, they lost a lot of stuff back in the day. You know, us finding things is because of others' misfortune, so it's not the greatest to know that they probably lost some coins and things along the way back then, and it probably wasn't easy for them to lose that stuff, but they did lose it, and we're out here trying to find it, so we'll keep giving it our best, and why don't we head on over there? Did you say a small cellar hole? Did you notice the one over here to your left? It's like a crater. Yeah. Well, the size of this thing. I don't know if the video is going to do it justice, but it's quite large. And where Joe is standing over there, that's the edge. So a lot of things going on up here. Get some old bricks, Joey. And look, only one way to find out what's in the ground. Well, the metal finds are going kind of slow other than trash. We think we've stumbled upon where they've dumped a lot of stuff over the years. And we were actually just talking about Jim coming up here to probe for bottles. And lo and behold, I see this guy sticking out of the ground. And just have a look at this. Does that look appetizing? Some kind of gel in there. I have no idea what this bottle contained at one point. We're going to send a picture to Jim because he's not here today. He's actually traveling back from Digstock in North Carolina there, and we decided to take advantage of the day and get out digging ourselves. It's a nice day, and there are things to be found, so let's see what other discoveries await. You got ticks on you?
Oh yeah.
How's it going over that way?
Very slow.
Yeah, we are absolutely struggling for targets. The land just does not want to give it up yet. However, what just popped out of the depth of that hole is an old flat button. And I don't know if there's any design. No, it's just a standard old flat button. It's old though. I'm guessing probably late 17, early 1800s. Could be a sign. Let's see if we're onto something. All right, well, it's a slow day, very slow day, and we are basically just wandering everywhere in hopes of finding something. And I just pulled that out of the ground. I'm not sure if that's a ring. It doesn't appear to be a fitting. There's no thread that I can see in there. With the kind of day today has been, I think that's what I'm going to stick with, is maybe it was just a ring at one point, cheap ring of sorts, but probably wasn't. But that's what I'm going to go with. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this was a ring.
See how it's rounded on the edges?
Yeah.
It's not like cut or broke. And there's no thread in the middle.
I think there's writing right there.
Is there?
On the outside, yep.
Maybe it was gold or silver plated at one point.
Definitely looks like there's letters there.
Letters or design or
something.
Something. Well, I'm calling it a ring. That's a win for me.
Yep. Nice.
We're trying. We are absolutely trying very hard to find some stuff. And again, I think I stumbled on an old dump again, right? Not really far from the cellar hole site itself. And I was actually toning that right there. It's just an old Vaseline jar. And I think, well, some Vaseline's still in there. But I was getting that tone, and obviously when I was digging, I broke a lot of glass. There's some old pottery. But I did happen to save this fella. Now it's not old, but it's an intact Coke bottle. That is going home with me. I like cleaning these up and putting them on display. Hopefully we can end the day strong for you guys. I apologize that we're not finding a whole lot, but that's just how it goes. You know that, and I am gonna keep it as real as possible coming out into the woods, as I always have, especially to these old home sites. Chances are someone else has already been here before, maybe multiple people at one point, and that's probably why we're not finding a whole lot. Plus, it's right on a trail that's pretty heavily used, especially during the wintertime. It's a main snowmobile trail, but I mean, that's how it goes up here. You know, we see people out there digging all the time, and they're finding stuff left and right, and it does get frustrating at times, but I mean, when we find stuff, it makes it that much better. So we'll keep at it. We're going to end the day here shortly, but let's see what else we can find before that happens. So I just dug a can out of here, really rocky soil. It was a good tone. Obviously you got to dig those good tones, but you probably noticed that I'm not using the root slayer today as I typically use. I'm actually giving this the 36-inch T-handled stew line shovel that Kellyco is offering right now on their website. And to be honest with you, I've never used T-handles before because I worry about the integrity right here. Usually it snaps quite often up in these rocky areas in New England. I have not had an issue with it today. I've been digging this stuff. I've been hitting rocks and roots. You can see it's cutting right through the roots and everything. And I just wanted to let you guys know about that. This isn't a paid promotion or anything like that. This is just me. I picked up one of these shovels just to see what it was all about. I've heard good reviews and everything on it, and if you guys are interested in getting one, I'll put the link in the description of this video and you guys can pick one up yourself. It's really not that bad. I'm probably not going to use it much in the woods. I do like my root slayer a lot, but this is going to come in very handy in yards and probably fields as well, where the soil really isn't. Again, I'm just, not that it can't handle it, I just want to take care of the stuff that I have. So I'll keep at it. You might see me with this sometime up in the woods, maybe not, but for right now it's not doing so bad, and it's getting what I need out of the ground. You see rust?
Yeah.
I see green. Oh no, what is that?
Another bullet.
Wonk wonk.
I've gotten 2 bullets and I've gotten 2 shotgun shells.
That's pretty much par for course for today.
I'm doing good on the ammunition.
I had a nice deep target right here next to an old deer bed. You see the fur right there. Laying right here at some point, probably during the winter. And anyway, nice little impression in the ground, and I figured I'd swing it. Good deep target. Just one of these paper shotgun primer, shotgun shell primer. That's about all we're getting up here. Anything over there, bud? No. Nothing at all? No. Well, it was good to get out. Yep. That's all that matters. So with that, I don't know about you, but I think we're done. Yeah. I think we're gonna call it a wrap. We're gonna head on back to the truck. We've actually walked quite a ways out and around and down and up and over and through the woods we went. Didn't really find a whole lot. We knew what could be found up here, but I mean, we gave it our best and we just came up short. Not gonna stop us from getting out here in the future, and we'll probably do, well, I know we're gonna do some home permissions this year. I've got a few lined up. Joe's got some field permissions. We're probably gonna get into some fields along the Connecticut River. And just right now is a good time to be up here in the woods. Everything is pretty much, hasn't grown in, everything's flat, and it's just a good way to get out, get your legs stretched, get your machine going, and fine tune some of those things. But today, not so much. We're gonna end it there. I appreciate you guys sticking around as long as you have. Sorry there wasn't a lot of relics today, but there will be in the future. More videos will be coming soon. And until that time, happy hunting.